All right, we've had diamonds and we've had chaos emeralds, but the real gem here is our runner ProPiece playing Ruby Grimm Eclipse for the final run of the night and of Game Over Cancer 2023 Fall Edition. So take it away, ProPiece.
Alright, yeah, this is RWBY Grimm Eclipse. This was by Rooster Teeth, based on the web series, and I don't know when it came out. But, yeah. So we're going to play Weiss, we're going to go no skips, and then in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so the basic controls of this game, you can dash, you can jump. You can, so what I'm doing there is like an air attack, but you can cancel it with the counter with circle. So and then you could do combos with whichever character. So I am like rank 10 with her, or level 10, because this is technically a new game plus, and you can get like all the show. There's like a skill tree and stuff you can get. Oh, it did kill him. But the base of the skill tree with Weiss is you want your ultimate to be have 3, and then you want your like you want your ultimate to be maxed out. You want your what is it called? You can have up to 3 ultimate stored. Then yeah, the first level is pretty simple. There's just simple enemies. So our big thing with some of the combos is she can freeze them, which does extra damage. That's also part of the ultimate. Is with enemies that will die to the that won't die to the ultimate. I mean, will freeze, and then you can do like a heavy attack, which is triangle. And then it'll do a lot more damage, but we'll see that later. So most of this game is just remembering where spawns are and stuff. You don't have to worry about leveling up your character. There are categories where you can start with a new game fully with an unranked character. The first couple levels are just like defending control centers, getting rid of waves of enemies. And these smaller ones are really easy to just... It's best just to take them out with your range attack. No, it was a waste of an ultimate. We're a quarter of the way there. Keep up the good work. But the biggest thing with your range attack is it gives you a lot of ultimate storage. Because just doing attacks will raise your ultimate meter. So you want as many stored as possible, because those bigger enemies, you can just hit them with one range. And then just group them together for a... and just kill them really fast. And if you have no ultimate, it's just... I don't know if it's fastest to use range, but it's the easiest. But some quirks with the range attacks are, if you're on a ledge or something, you might have to jump and just gain some ground, because it will just go through it and not hit anything. And this wave where they somehow made it so you have to wait for an enemy. I don't know why. Oh, there's still alive. Hold on just a little longer. We're almost... But yeah, there really isn't much to this game. For the first few levels, it's just getting rid of waves of enemies as fast as possible. Oh, I don't have an ultimate. Alright, so this is kind of like the final boss Grimm of the but Weiss's range attack is so small that, or so powerful that you can just kill everything fast. And yeah, since this is no skips, there are like out of bounds and stuff, but I was too lazy to rank up the character I used to run with skips, so oh well, maybe next event. Now we're on the second level. Every level will start with like dialogue and we just have to travel somewhere. But if you jump, press L to dodge, or it's some kind of dodge attack. And then you press your heavy in the air and then use the counter button. It'll just chain together for fast movement. Oh, I didn't even get it. Oops. So these enemies, I don't remember what any of these enemies are called, but they'll charge at you like that and roll at you like they're a Goron or something. I went the wrong way, oh, I did. But if you dodge them, then they'll get stunned.
I know it's a stretch, but maybe you operate that mechanism to extend the bridge. Ah, it worked! And seemed to attract some thrill. Happy hunting!
Yeah. These enemies, they can go underground and just get closer to you. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. Yeah, these first couple levels, these enemies are about all you'll see. We'll see different varieties of enemies later.
Just a little longer.
Yeah, this I don't. Oh, I beat both of them into a team attack. So that R1 thing is a team attack, even though like you don't have a team with you. Technically, you can still do it solo. So now we extended the bridge and we can move to the next area. Or we're immediately faced off with more enemies. So I do believe there is some luck to the some of the spawns, so some spawns can be faster than the others. I don't remember what exactly the spawns are.
With a symbol. But those cages. Was someone trying to capture Grimm?
So yeah, the basis of the story of this game is somebody's capturing Grimm to modify them and mutate them. And then we just have to stop that pretty much. But that's all the show really is. It's just like, as far as I remember. Oh boy. Just they go to some fighting school and then somehow the world ends, or is going to end. Oops.
Halfway point, team.
It's the last one. I apologize if there's like not much to talk about this game. Like, it's literally just like for the first couple of levels, it's just like
A little longer. We're almost finished.
waves of enemies. Ow.
Goodbye. No match for me.
Good show, team. I've just received a report. That's right.
Oh, you can't get on top of that?
We've been seeing belongs to Merlo Industries.
What if you can get inside of it?
Research and Development Corporation, far before your time. The company was crippled by the collapse of Mountain Glen, where they lost their primary facility and chief staff members. They never
Do you mind if I ask you a quick question about this game, then?
Yes, you can ask me anything about this game.
Fantastic. Now I've only seen the first season of the show that this is based on. So if I recall correctly, there are 4 characters or main
Yes.
characters to go
There are
with the.
4 main characters, but
All right.
yeah.
What are the major differences between playing with these characters?
Well, Weiss is more like her glyphs are more like range based. Ruby is more close combat because she has a scythe, but it's also a gun. But it doesn't really. I haven't really played Ruby. Yang is purely close combat because her weapon is her some gauntlets or whatever. And then Blake is kind of a mixture of both, but mostly close combat because she has swords.
Here we are again.
All right. And what attracted you to playing Weiss as opposed to the other characters?
Because she's my favorite character in the show.
The best reason.
I originally played Yang though because she was easiest for the skips category, but then when I bought this game again because I didn't have it on PS4, I was like, I really want to play Weiss, but her skips are too hard, so now I'm doing this. It probably wouldn't be too hard if I actually sat down and played it, but sitting down and playing video games is overrated these days. But yeah.
I feel like you have a room full of people here that disagree.
I mean, sometimes it's okay.
More Grimm. How did I know that?
But this show, not this show. I think this game was released. It was a fan project that Rooster Teeth actually picked up officially because they liked it enough. But I don't remember when it was exactly made. I don't remember who made it originally either, but I know they hired the guy as like a overseer of the game because he made it originally. So I guess I'll explain. The aura thing is just a thing in the show where every human has aura technically,
Goodbye.
but it's only like unlocked or something. And then how it works in the game is basically how it works in the show, where it's like a life shield. Think of it like a Halo shield, where you can get to 0, but you can also take like a couple more hits afterwards. Then the game designer decided just having 2 bosses of the exact same enemy was a good idea. Oh, wrong way.
Grimm. They ruined his so
I think we're pretty close to $3,000, which is, I don't know what the record is for Game Over Cancer, because I should pay attention to those numbers, but I don't.
There! That's the facility! I can't believe how well it withstood the years. Shame still. Dr. Malone would have never let something like this hinder the progress of his work.
So if this is close to a record, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out that exact amount as well. But I think after converting it to Canadian, it came up to about 7,000. So we're a little shy from that. But we understand things have changed a lot since then.
Yeah, the conversion rate for Canadian to US is ridiculous.
eliminated.
Right, so this one, I think this is technically an Ursa Major that it's called. This is like the one enemy that the your glyphs won't do much against. So you pretty much just want to force it to get stunned. Which it won't do. But it'll pound the ground and then get stunned. Like that. And that's like the only way you can do damage to it. But luckily, like, I think there's something in its AI where sometimes it'll just keep repeating that attack after you use a heavy attack on it. But it didn't keep doing that, because I got unlucky. This is like the worst enemy in the game to deal with. Okay, now the level's finished. Now the tower is, whatever that is crumbling. And we can get to the next level. Alright, so this level is Uh,
okay, Dr. Oobleck.
finally, something a little different from the norm. Well, after a while, it'll get to that.
Be careful.
Once I stop messing up my movement.
That's not
There we go. Oh, there it is. So first we have to fight through some waves of enemies, but
Now, did I just notice that there's a character called Dr. Oobleck?
yes.
A+.
If that's a reference to something you know, then
Well, yeah, Oobleck is what you call a mixture of like cornstarch and water. That's
Oh.
like kind of, it's liquid if you put your hand in slowly, but if you slap it really hard, it turns solid. It's non-Newtonian. Bleh, non-Newtonian.
that's pretty awesome.
So if you slap Dr. Oobleck real hard,
Then it'll
it's
die.
gonna stay solid.
Is it like Gak? You remember Gak? Or is Gak like?
Yeah,
up-
a little bit.
I don't know why I remembered Gak, but if it's like that, then
That's a great name.
A+.
Should be able to reach the exit through the store. Just turn the power back on.
all right. So now there's a bomb here that we have to escort to
And a very large bomb at that.
some area. But it's powered by dust, which dust is like an almighty substance in this world where it can power weapons, it can power generators, like anything. But Weiss works for, well, she doesn't work there. She's the heir to a company that creates dust. And yeah, so all her weapons and glyphs and stuff use dust in some shape or form. So this is also RNG based, like where the dust crystals spawn. It's really dumb.
Had I known I could make a company out of it, I got tons of dust at home.
Yeah, me too.
Also, I just want to point out, Strizer did dig through the archives and found the exact number that the highest amount raised was $7,309.83, and that was in Canadian. Yes.
What are we at in Canadian right
And that was in spring 2021. So people had an entire year of not being able to go out. So that certainly assisted there. I would have to do the conversion, plus there are fees that would take away. But
Well, I'll say it was a pretty good showing still this year for both the spring and the fall. So, in this stage, we don't really have to worry about the enemies. They can get annoying because sometimes if you use your heavy in the air, it'll automatically, like, it'll target them automatically. Trying to think, spring 2021. I probably played Mega Man 10. Could have been Pokemon as well. 2021 was like 10 years ago at this point. I don't remember anything from that. Okay. Now we pray that it's here. If it's not, then... Okay. Okay, so now that was the final crystal. Just ignore those guys. So I guess enemies don't know how to go upstairs because, like, just don't follow me. 10th game over cancer. That's pretty good. I didn't know this was the 10th.
Absolutely.
And I've been a part of, including spring and fall, I've been part of 7 or 8 maybe.
And in this one alone, this is your third showing.
Yes.
And where in the world did the mutated Grimm come from?
Yeah, the bomb exploded. I don't know what would have happened if it exploded here. You got 5 minutes, like more than enough time.
Perfect form. Perfect form.
That was the 4th level. They don't actually show in the game like how we get to these locations.
We should look around for a way to open these doors.
But another piece of randomness is where these there's a key that we have to get in these pots, and it's random where they spawn.
Let's see if this works. This place is better.
So I got unlucky, and I forgot that those 3 were there. So, oh well. I'm gonna take this a little bit safe because going up slopes using this dash method is challenging.
So
Okay, so over there is a jump puzzle. There's things like artifacts that just give you XP.
that tree is beautiful.
I think there's a trophy for finding like 10 in the same playthrough. Which I don't know if I have that one because I don't really bother with trophies anymore. Get them, please. I guess not. I guess we'll inspect this tree while the last enemies spawn. Like, it's not even random either, they're just hard-coded to take forever to spawn for some reason.
Goodbye.
Like, I don't really want to say it because I'm playing it, but this game isn't very good.
Another green one? This is not a good sign.
When it comes to that, at
Those
least.
mutated Grimm you fought in Mountain Grimm were no fluke.
So those green Grimm, they're mutated,
Follow the
and then they'll explode when you hit
find out
them.
where they're coming from.
So there we go again with the same enemy twice.
So
You know, when you get them in a team attack phase like that, you can hit them again multiple times. That's on a timer. Whereas the stun, like the stun's also on a timer, but if you just hit them with a normal attack, they'll just get out of the stun. Alright, so now we're in the final section. Hit him? Oh, I did.
No match for me.
Here you go. Oh. I wasn't sure if they both spawned over there or what. When I first started this, I was going to say this game is like Dynasty Warriors, but then I remembered I've never played Dynasty Warriors, so I don't think it's anything like Dynasty Warriors. So the final phase will be this mutated one, and then you can use a ranged attack, and then oh boy, you can kind of like it doesn't say it's a stun, but if you hit them with a range after an attack, they'll kind of stun them, and then
That was an incredible display of fighting mastery.
you can use a heavy on it, and they'll do a lot of damage, and you can
And more importantly, who's behind it?
throw another
Getting close.
ranged attack.
To get to the end of the rail line, we just might find the answers we need.
Yeah, that was a quicker level. Then the 6th level is kind of the same, where you have to find, but you have to find more keys, fight enemies. And once you get past these ones, huh? It'll be the same thing where you have to break pots to find keys, but then there's like 3 different sections to the level.
No sign of those train tracks anywhere.
Got lucky. Is my controller picking up on the mic as well? Like, I don't know, because I can't hear it, but...
It absolutely is, but that's
Good.
fantastic.
That's all part of the experience. It's that when I'm doing movement tricks, you have to hear about it.
Absolutely. Gotta have the old clacky.
So, look for a key in those closets.
Who would have thought the PS5 controller would be extremely loud? Did I miss the pot? That one has the key, probably. Yep, of course it did. Can't get lucky twice in a row, that's not allowed. But I was technically lucky, but then I missed the pot when I was attacking them.
So, let's see if this
I think maybe they are set spots, because I always have to go back to that last one at the bottom, because I forget they exist.
looks more like a warehouse.
This tip looks like it's being used as a temporary storage facility for Grimm, of all things.
Yeah, those mutated ones, when they explode, they take down your aura and they're annoying. Okay, so the final phase will be, I think, 2 of the big mutant guys. Actually, never mind. I lied. That one's a big mutant guy. Oh boy.
And done.
Great job, you made it to the ship. I may need you to get a closer look to see what kind of cargo they're carrying.
Yeah, 40k
But
in
be
total
careful not
is
to
very
smash
good.
it. Who knows what kind of security they have.
What's in that container over there?
Team,
Oh,
where are you? Report
we're
in.
inspecting the container,
Students,
and then
please. Oh dear.
I guess
Our space
somebody
is
is
going to be having
activating that crane. But judging by the logo, those are Schnee Dust Company crates, but they're all empty. I don't know why they're there. Or who's delivering them. But now we're stuck on this island. And like the one or two pieces of continuity in this game. In that matter.
Dr. Uber, speak up. Let's try contacting him from that communications tower. Those androids don't look like the Frenchies.
Those are new enemies. There's 2 different types of androids. We'll only see that one for now. Then there'll be another one that shoots grenades and stuff later. They're really annoying. Alright, that's pretty lucky. It could either be this guy or 2 of the rolling enemies.
Is that it?
I don't know why I remember that, but...
Okay, we're at the tower.
Or like
Now what?
one or the other with the first spawns, but that was the quicker spawn, I think.
Something we can try.
Whatever you did, just keep doing that. The radio seems to be giving me some feedback, so I'm not sure how much. Christ, somewhere else on
Oh
the
yeah,
line. Must make sure at all costs.
you can't go down cliffs like that for some reason.
I caught all that. Something about another tower? Is that it?
It actually takes a lot to get your character to level 10. Like XP, like you have to beat the game probably like 3 different times to get to level 10. And then you only get like 10 skill points at a time, so you have to be very careful with what you actually want to use with your loadout. Every character has like a different, like some characters won't have as much ultimate investment, and then some will rely on the ultimate,
Let's get our communications back on.
then some won't have much range.
No match for me. A plus.
I don't remember how to do that. You know what, now I do. Oh boy. Oh, and this is a cool trick I didn't discover it probably. So it skips. It's technically not an out of bounds skip, I think, so. Well, you're not supposed to actually get on top of those containers, but if you... With how Weiss's heavy works in the air, it'll push her, like, give her a little bit more height.
Who is this?
So that's what most of the out of bounds with her are based on.
My name's Dr. Malone. You
I'm gonna destroy these boxes because the
know who you are.
your ranged attack can target them.
You might be exactly what I need for a very important experiment.
That Dr. Merlot? As in Merlot Industries one?
For such terrific students as yourselves, it should be an easy test, right?
He's not dead. Now he's dead.
So, we meet again, Dr. Merlot.
Spin. Or shall I call you ours? Like old times, chum.
So they talk to each other like they were former friends, but we're not given any story on, like, I don't think we are given any story on how they actually, like, maybe they weren't friends, but we don't know how they know each other. Other than, like, this guy blew up an island or something.
In the Mountain Glen disaster, a tragedy you played no small part in.
'Twas a mere speed bump on the superhighway of scientific progress. You couldn't possibly imagine the ramifications of my latest research.
The world was a much safer place without you.
Perfect form.
Still alive. Never mind.
You're calling me the reckless one, sending your students out on an excursion like this.
They're more than a match for your mindless robots. What you're doing here is wrong.
Eliminate.
Why'd you go underground? Okay.
Trying to make the world a better place is wrong. Say what you will about me. It won't change the fact that you're powerless to stop me.
You'll botch this somehow. You always do.
Well, let's agree to disagree. I tell you, Oz, it has been truly a pleasure catching up. But unfortunately, it's time for me to run. Farewell, old chum.
Team, we've been attempting to locate Merlot's island, but have yet to obtain its coordinates. I need you to continue exploring and contact me when you find any evidence of his whereabouts.
I forgot you actually have to go through that door. I don't know why the camera spawns like that.
Have you found something?
There appears to be equipment charging green substance. Else?
So here we have to, like,
Merlot is on this island.
go through his island.
He's harvesting
This goop stuff does damage, but very slowly. There's more of the mutated Grimm that do I guess they were meant to be really annoying, but like you can just stay away from them, hit them with a ranged attack.
Luck will lead us right to Dr. Merlot.
I can hear everything you're saying, you know.
Oh, there it is. Oh, nice. I accidentally used my ultimate.
I guess we have no choice but to take this route.
It's amazing you can survive the disaster in Mountain Glen. Is it sheer luck or part of your mastery?
Would you believe me if I told you it wasn't my fault?
I believe that you wouldn't take accountability for your actions.
The annoying thing about these red ones are they have extremely large swords, and they can basically just get you from across the map and stun you. Now that's really annoying. But they don't deal like when you have maxed out aura, they don't deal like too much damage, but
Let me get this straight. You're upset that you lost your reason?
it is annoying.
The work done at Renault Industries was critical to the advancement of artificial intelligence and genetics. Without it, Remnant would
Whoops.
still be in the dark ages.
You've missed the point. An entire city was laid to waste.
So a weird
Countless
thing
lives
in
were
this
lost.
game,
My only
you can't do it in
goal is
no skips because you can't do any skips.
Well, however,
But there is like
supposed to conduct
level skips almost
biotest subjects was
that you kind of like go back to an old checkpoint and then it glitches. It glitches out and then kind of spawns you at an end checkpoint of another level, of the next level. It is extremely weird, but you can't do it in this one. In this category. This could be like one of two things. So these white ones you pretty much just have to range down because if you get close to them they'll like
your little prodigy.
put their gun on the ground and then do like a grenade shot and push themselves away.
Maybe they can be of some
They can also shoot a grenade at you,
how
which
serendipitous.
destroys your aura in one shot. That's very bright. Alright, so now we are inside the lab.
Greetings and welcome to Merlot Industries, where we're building up
Oh, we're already almost done this game.
today.
Team, in order for me to help you, I'll need to know the layout.
The first couple parts of the lab, we'll have to fight things, obviously,
Better yet, any access codes that will allow us to
but there isn't. We'll get to the better part of the level soon. Artifact behind. Oh, it opened. Yeah, there's... The doctor has a very weird thing with steam. I guess it's hot enough to... Well, it's hot enough to deal damage, so you have to turn it off.
Your help and a little
It was like that in the last level, too.
we will build a better tomorrow.
For you, Merlot, there won't be any tomorrow to restore.
Yeah, that's one of the grenades. So in this game, there's no, like, infighting or anything. Ow. Oh. I'm surprised I'm not dead from that. But, like, those grenades can't hurt other enemies.
Is that it? Any clue where this elevator might take us?
Here before you are the stage 2 processing tanks.
The Grimm are clearly attracted to that substance.
Whoops. So these things are kind of annoying. Because some of them can spawn the mutated Grimm, and then some of them can just stand right in front of it and explode on you if you attack it. Like, kind of without you seeing it. Oh boy. I don't know what they're here for, but... Well, they just spawned the Grimm. I'm assuming they're just filled with the serum that makes them evil. Actually, Grimm are already evil, but... Ow.
Goodbye.
I would appreciate it if you didn't break all my things. But alas, my android
All right.
will rebuild it in no time. This way, please.
Is it just me, or is he being a little too welcoming? Any clue where this elevator might take us?
Ow.
Here we have the engineering wing, the so-called brains of the operation. If you're not counting my own intellect. Oh, no, Timid, there aren't any traps here. Yet.
We appear to be in some sort of data processing system.
Good finds, team. Do you see any terminals that you can access?
Negative.
There's another
Is that it?
thing of steam, but instead we just have to go through it instead of and we're in the final part of the level.
Wait, did you just... Oh, no.
So all of these have like different sets of spawns.
You did it. Now, can you proxy the signal over to me with your scroll?
Prepare to meet your doom, students.
But you do upload progress by killing enemies. So it's just... I'm guessing each like enemy has a different value. But I don't know like... I'm guessing you just need the
Eliminated.
you'd prefer 4 of the smaller enemies over like something like this. Ow. Please stop following me around. Not very nice. Ouch. You really don't... I guess I haven't explained dying in this game, because other than like these 2 levels, it's kind of hard to. You just go back to the checkpoint. Ouch. I hope to not demonstrate. Of course, I demonstrated it. He sent out a grenade like last second before I could see it. But we are sent back to the checkpoint, but unfortunately, we have to do that all over again.
Wait, did you just... Oh, no. How could I be so stupid?
Upload in progress.
You did it. Now, can you proxy the signal over to me with your scroll?
Prepare to meet your doom, students. Crush them.
I'm just gonna get my ultimate charged instead of worrying about killing them with it.
Eliminated.
Alright, well the spawns have been a little bit better this time around, so the time loss isn't hurting as much.
Rip them apart already.
Hey, can you stop spawning a single guy though? That's kind of annoying.
Perfect form.
Maybe just time based a bit. Yeah.
It's complete.
Dying means more game over cancer for everybody.
Yes, I have everything I need. Team, I want you to head to the lower levels. To the
Absolutely.
I'll be waiting.
But we're on our final level, coming up to it. So the final level's kind of shorter.
Good news, team.
Whoops.
The coordinates of Merlot's secret lab.
Depends on what spawns I get, because this one could be 2 red guys or, yeah, or this.
Don't worry. We'll take care of it.
But the white androids aren't actually that bad to deal with if, like, it's just the 2 of them.
You should be entering a power facility. Destroy everything you see that may be vital to Merlot's operation.
You're not authorized to be in here.
Those machines won't work if the power's out.
Okay. Now we just need to destroy these power nodes. That was a pretty quick spawn, too.
System.
Fine then. That's how you want to play.
Any clue where this elevator might take us?
Sometimes the big mutant guys can spawn, or it could just be those 2.
Event ASAP.
According to my map of the lab, this room
Where am I going?
no
Okay.
processing equipment is zero. You need to take it out. All of it.
Dr. Marlowe won't have anything left to work.
Stop him.
Oh god. Yeah, this is where it can get kind of annoying with these guys. Because they can just spawn on top of you, or they can dig underground and explode immediately. Okay, but it hasn't been that bad other than the first 2. That gave me some trouble. Okay, that wasn't bad. He's unlocked.
My serum. Already synthesized the perfect combination.
But now we're on to the final area.
So far, the data is looking very impressive.
Fantastic work. I must admit, you really handled this well. The team back.
There's going to be another
Is now a good
4
time to talk about
waves.
that extra credit we should be receiving?
Welcome to the testing grounds, students. Why don't you go ahead and get acquainted with my...
Unfortunately, dialogue doesn't like overlap and skip when you go to the next area, so we just have to sit through the dialogue. Ouch. Ouch.
That didn't go according to plan. Let's make this more interesting. A little more effort, maybe? I thought this was my most potent batch of serum.
So he says something about potent batches of serum, like, but like these enemies aren't actually that much stronger than all the other ones. If that they actually aren't, they're the exact same enemy. I'm just gonna wait for my RO to.
Goodbye.
I'm beginning to think I've made a huge mistake.
Luckily, these spawns were
No!
a little faster.
And so it has come to this.
That's
So now this is the final boss, the Deathstalker.
Don't be shy, students.
He was in the first episode, but now this is a mutant Deathstalker. So what we want to do is stay in front of him, because then that's when he'll only put his pincer in the ground.
Nature couldn't make a beast this deadly.
So you wanna, after a while he will spawn enemies and make it annoying.
Easy, hungry. No doubt you'll savor your taste, as I savor my blood.
Ouch. But for some reason, I don't know if this was intended, but after a while, the, ouch. Those spikes that were coming out of the ground, they just stop after the first phase. I don't know why. Probably because this game wasn't very programmed very well. But the big thing here is making sure you keep ultimate, because with Weiss you want to use a heavy into an ultimate. That's why. That's what makes these red androids like really annoying, because they can just block your shots here. You can also use your ultimate or use your range against the Deathstalker. This has been a decent fight so far. Need one more ultimate and then I should be good.
You should be getting eaten alive by now.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Please don't do that. Yeah, one more ultimate. So luckily you don't actually have to kill all the enemies, you just need the Deathstalker, so you just need to stand in front of him and wait for him to put his pincer in the ground and pray you don't die. Okay.
No! My one-of-a-kind specimen! This is
and then time will, when the screen goes black after you get on the airplane or whatever the hell you get.
Let's hit this with a bang.
Team, Merlot is going to blow up the whole lab. You've got to escape.
There, a way out.
Whoops. If I can
The airship should arrive any
move over there.
I'll see you as soon as you land safely back at the
Another one for my
Well, that and time on that one. That was quite the game.
Quite the game indeed. A lot of flipping around.
Yeah.
A lot of shooting energy from your sword.
Oh, the spike's activated again as soon as the thing blows up. I'm pretty sure that was just a programming error. Certain that was supposed to go on the whole fight, but oh well. But yeah, thanks for having me for another event. And
Absolutely a pleasure.
I would consider this another successful event. So congrats on that, Strizer and everyone else.
Absolutely. Do you have anything else that you want to add before we move on?
I think that's it for me. And then whoever, like if Strizer wants to come and say some words or whatever, then he can do that. Do that and finish off.
Absolutely. So while the sun is beginning to come down on another GOC, in a way that's poetic and not at all scary like the suns in Mario 3, let's stay with us for one last moment to watch the sunset with a few parting words from the man himself, Strizer86.